Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DigiVerse DiveCast, the only Digimon podcast where 3 of the hosts are sick, and one of them is so sick he couldn't even fucking show up today. As you could probably tell by the way I'm talking. Yeah, Leon's not here because he's really sick. Bridget has the flu, and I'm getting over a cold.
I slept 4 hours and just got home from work.
We're all doing awful today.
We're all in such good spirits to do this right now.
Not me though. Not me though. I had a hot dog
Angels built different, I guess.
and a fried rice with chili oil and some fried egg with chili oil and some rice.
Fuck yeah.
And an Arizona
fucking
iced tea.
Good for you.
I'm fucking living my life.
I mean, that iced tea.
All right,
You
so
can
just
have a can.
just very quickly before we actually get into the episode, did anything important happen over the last 2 weeks for anybody?
Probably.
Perhaps. I played. I think I might hopefully be free of my work nightmare. I've been doing a lot of extra hours because people keep going on vacation.
Very happy to hear it.
Also, I went to locals last week. I came third.
Oh yeah. Shut up, Bridget. So,
Yeah,
you were playing Belmont, right?
I played Belfamon, yes.
Nice.
I had to restructure it a bit because we don't have
Yeah.
4 Eismon anymore. But
Yeah.
gotta say that a lot of the cards from the Gabumon starter deck go pretty crazy in there. I don't even like all the Gabumon X stuff, just like the Garurumon that plays stuff out of security and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that card coming up like every single game. Pretty sick.
But yeah, that's it. Admittedly, a very boring past few weeks.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I keep having to clear my throat. Thank God I'm on a separate audio track so I can just mute myself when it happens.
Thank God.
Okay. Anyone? I mean, I didn't. Fucking nothing's happened past 2 weeks for me. So
Yeah, no, weirdly, like, little amount of things have happened to me the past week or so. I signed up for a Digimon regional. That's the only thing I can fucking think of right now.
Nice.
going to fucking France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to do maybe okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I guess I have a job interview on Tuesday to get a second job, so I'm not constantly suffering and in pain. I also bought my plane ticket to Combo Breaker, so I am going to that.
Same.
Yay!
Well, not plane ticket, but fucking. I put in my time off.
Yeah.
I was about to say you like live really close to it. So
I literally go to the area next to the venue almost every week.
God.
Like, no exaggeration. I know that area like the back of my fucking hand.
God, you're lucky.
I wish that were me.
You don't even know.
Instead of having to take a fucking 8-hour flight there and a 9-hour flight back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, that's great. Good, great work, everyone. All right, episode time. We're getting right the fuck into it.
Yeah.
I feel like I did have something notable to say, but I just completely forgot everything about my week.
That's
We're
fine.
watching Receivers, right?
Oh wait, I've been getting to Warhammer. That's like the only thing I think I can say.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I went through a bunch of the books because I work third shift and I need audiobooks or I'll die.
Ah. I see.
fair.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard. Never
Yeah.
really into it myself, but it's not my cup of tea.
Mhm.
Right. Episode 6, A Dangerous Picnic. We start off with the best, the greatest. Mimi has returned. She is flying into Japan from New York, I think. Specifically
East
where
Coast,
she is.
yeah.
Yeah. East Coast, yeah.
Yeah.
I just started giggling when I saw like because she's I don't remember if this is later or not, but she's in like a fucking pose while everyone else goes to like the
Mhm.
to departures. It's like
Yeah.
sparkle on.
Like the crowd keeps moving and then her silhouette is just there and she's doing a little pose. She like watches the time on it. Is it her Digivice that she has the fucking time
Yes.
on? Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
hey, what else are you using it for these days?
Very true.
Yeah.
So yeah, her Digivice changes from EST to Tokyo time, and so she has arrived back in good old fashioned Japan. And she yawns and keeps moving, and then we cut to Daisuke being woken up by an alarm that goes on for way too fucking long in the background, and it's so loud. But he's not waking up, so Chibimon decides to jump up and down in the stomach until he wakes the fuck up.
And he's just Daisuke, Daisuke, Daisuke.
Raw,
unfiltered violence.
Yeah.
And then
when Daisuke gets up, he's like, "Why does my stomach hurt?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even realize Chibimon was kicking him.
Kid's way too heavy of a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we basically start getting little vignettes of everyone's morning. So like for Iori and Upamon has snuck out of his room and is hiding under a basket on his kitchen table while his mother makes him sushi.
Your mom's making something weird, Dagyaa.
Yeah.
Making something weird. Also, for some reason, Iori's the background music for his section is, I can't remember the goddamn name. It's classical music.
I think it's meant to be
Ichijouji.
diegetic, like he's like playing it in his room.
Yeah, it is. It's Ichijouji. That's what he's playing. Yeah, yeah. He's just playing that in his house, I guess. Fucking weird ass 8-year-old.
Average 8-year-old behavior, clearly.
I forget. I think is Hikari next? Yeah, Hikari's next.
Yeah.
She's humming Target and then shoves Tailmon into her backpack.
It is like I actually just burst out laughing. Inigo.
It's so funny. The noise Tailmon makes. Oh, fucking wonderful. Miyako is taking a shit ton of food from her family's convenience store because they're going on a picnic.
It's like that's a lot of food for a picnic.
It's don't worry about it. None of your business.
I don't know. Is this a school thing, Miyako? I don't know about this. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. Bye. And then Takaru is about to leave and remembers that Patamon is in his backpack.
He's like, oh wait, I forgot something.
Takaru, you almost forgot me.
I do like the idea of like I do like the idea of they're just not used to their Digimon being around them all the time.
The fact that he was in his backpack and he just forgets the entire backpack is so funny. Yeah, so they're all making their way. Poromon has been nearly crushed under the weight of all the snacks and is begging for air. So that happens. They all meet up and they very sneakily enter the school, doing their little crouch walk.
This is illegal. We're not allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all breaking the law.
Yep.
They get to the computer room and God, imagine just shot on sight. They get to the computer room. They all start, discussing how they're going to go about their picnic. And then the door opens and Mimi's just there. And everyone's just like, oh, God. Oh, God.
No, she's like, who the heck are you?
Yeah. Are you all supposed to be here?
No.
Obviously, Hikari and Takaru recognize her, and then she finally recognizes them because they
somehow they recognize her.
Yeah. I don't know how any of them recognize each other.
Completely different fucking design Bible. like it resembles nothing about the original Mimi. It's so
she doesn't even wear the hat anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It's fucking. I mean, she left that with. Did she leave that with fucking Palmon at the end of the
she didn't leave it. It kind of unless she left
it
it where
flew
it just
off,
flew
didn't
off.
it?
Yeah. Like I
get another one.
True. I like this Mimi design. I think it's really
I do like it.
It's just so different. It's completely different.
I don't know.
Oh, shut up, you fucking little piece of shit! I'll kill you.
All right, man.
Jesus.
Sure.
Anyway, they
don't talk shit about Mimi in any way in front of Lotte, I guess. Incites violence.
I take this shit seriously.
This Mimi shit gets serious.
Evidently,
ready to die for it.
Mimi has an info card, which is really funny. They treat her like she's a Digimon.
just her stock character.
Stock render on a white background.
It's so funny. I think at some point she mentions like, "Oh, Sora told us about you," and she immediately just like, "Yeah, I bet she was talking about me."
Yeah.
She
She's
was
saying
talking
weird
about you.
shit.
She didn't have anything to say about herself, apparently. So
Yeah, yeah, sure didn't. She also snuck into the school because why not? She saw the elementary and was feeling nostalgic, so she just snuck in through the back gate.
Yeah, he's stuck in the back door.
They decided to take her along on the picnic because, of course. And while they are having their little picnic in the digital world, they realize that like they don't, they didn't plan to bring food for her. So Miyako offers her. It's a specific kind of rice ball.
it's a tuna mayo onigiri. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
And she just fucking like cries because it's been so long since she's had it.
She hasn't had like proper
I've
Japanese
missed
snack
you
food.
so much.
Yeah.
It's so she makes this really great face, which is in the slideshow, but the slideshow is for some reason going in completely random order, and I don't know why.
Hi, Upamon.
Hi, Upamon.
Look at him.
Hey, Pokemon.
And then Poromon's like, give me the, I can't even remember the name, Takoyaki or whatever.
Kanpyo-miyaki, I think.
Kampyomaki, that's it.
Yeah.
And then fucking Armadimon just lobs it to him. Here you go, Dagyaa.
He doesn't even lob it. He full-blown overhand, like, throws it at him. And it just goes
like, Armadimon, don't do it. And Diari's like, no, Armadimon, don't do that.
Don't throw
Sorry,
food.
Dagyaa.
Yeah, so,
And fucking Hawkmon just sprints after it.
So, of course, Miyako starts following him, and they don't come back for a second, so Mimi's like, I'm gonna go find them because I'm a bit worried. So, yeah, she goes off to find them, and as she's, wandering around in the forest, the ground opens up beneath her, and she is swallowed by the earth.
Yeah.
The void
Return from whence you came.
So she winds up in this, I guess it's underground? I guess?
But it's like weird because there's like a sky, but it's nighttime. But she technically fell underground or something. I don't know. Digital world rules makes me.
I mean, the Digimon world just laid out weird.
Yeah, very very bizarre.
This the adventure digital world in specific really doesn't operate on any kind of like solid rule set. It's just kind of weird, esoteric, whatever it kind of needs to be, I guess.
It's all in the ones and zeros.
Mm-hmm.
All fucking ones and zeros around here, dude.
We want to have a cool nighttime forest environment. You got it, boss. She falls into a hole and winds up there, I guess. Yeah, so they Mimi and Miyako meet up, and they are promptly assaulted by an army of Gecko and Otamamon, which of course Mimi recognizes as
It's like, yay,
Yay.
my friends. Not anymore.
Just kidding.
It was kind of weird that those guys weren't the focus of the episode, but instead it was the fucking bugs.
I guess
what the fuck is up with the bugs?
I don't know.
I'm glad they were though.
Yeah,
they're funny. But
at this point, I think they've decided that they want to start introducing the new Digimon every episode, with some exceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we get the fucking Gokimon this episode. We get Deltamon later. So all the Otama and Geckomon start chasing them, and Mimi eventually like trips and falls, and she basically does the "go on without me" thing to Miyako.
I'm done for.
Just keep going.
She eternally monologues. Finally, I get to be the one to say this, and then
and then you hear fucking the poison ivy come out and like grab Miyako, and it grabs Mimi like around her fucking head, and she's just like Palmon. Yeah. And she's like, Palmon! And it gets dragged into the fucking bushes by her skull. So, Mimi and Palmon have a really tearful reunion. And Palmon is like, I knew you'd come to save the digital world. And she's just like, well,
I came here for a picnic.
You what? Like, you what?
You what?
I love how immediately dramatic both of them are about their fucking reunion. It's so funny.
So fucking good. I love these two so much. Then immediately just, I was here for a picnic. You what?
You what?
You what?
And then Palmon immediately forgets.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not like they explained anything about what was going on to Mimi. They told her they were going on a picnic and just went. Then they noticed there's a dark spire down here in this underground cave forest.
With an open sky box.
Yeah.
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 And then the fucking Gokimon show up. The Gokimon brothers.
I am Goki, and I'm Goki.
The brothers.
The brothers. I fucking hate these ugly, disgusting bastards. I hate them so
They're
fucking
so
much.
gross. I
fucking
hate
ugly.
them.
They're fucking awful.
Gross.
They're like, hey, you guys want to hang out? And they're like, ew, gross.
Oh God,
Like, that's
no.
not very nice. And they're like, that's not very nice. I'll kill you.
I don't care. You should die for being so gross.
During this episode, they consistently use this like silhouetted shot of like it's like a really far off shot of like the spire and then like silhouettes of the characters, and they really like using it over and over again. But it's okay because it's really cool and I like it. So these are like 5 times throughout the episode. The Goki brothers start dumping a bunch of fucking garbage on top of them with their.
They use their signature move, Dream Dust, and they get buried in garbage. And they're like,
awesome.
And they're just like, that's fucking disgusting. But is that it? Is that all you can do?
And the piano drops and like, oh, that's not all you can do. No, it.
She's just like, Miyako, look up.
They immediately fucking. They immediately burst into a full sprint as they're being as refrigerators and shit are being dropped on them with the most ridiculous clown honk chase music I've ever heard in my entire life. It's so fucking weird. And then, for no reason, Miyako starts fantasizing.
She's like,
what the fuck was up with that?
oh yeah, no, because she's like, oh, these two brothers have such a strong bond. If only Mimi and us had a bond like that, or something like that.
Yeah, and like this is the point in my notes.
She goes into fucking shoujo vision.
Yeah, and this is the point in my notes where I have just the picture of Mugman pointing with the fucking pride flag next to it, because I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, the styling of it is exactly like, it's Utena, like almost verbatim as like the Utena style. So I was like, guys? Hello? Like, all right. This entire sequence makes the end of O2 really fucking weird, but, you know.
Whatever.
We'll talk about that in fucking 3-4 months.
Couple months. Yeah.
So yeah, after she snaps out of it, the Goki brothers begin their assault, and they start doing Goki brothers kick and Goki brothers chop. So we get Hawkmon digivolves to Holzmon and like starts attempting to fight them, and Mimi is just like, oh, they're really stupid. If you draw them toward the tower, we could probably just get them to blow it up.
Yeah.
So
and then she uses like a searchlight that she got out of nowhere to guide them to the tower.
I guess like there's like a shot where there's like a bunch of lights on the tower, so I guess there's just searchlights around the tower.
Just cause. Yeah, she uses it to blind them, and they crash into the tower, and then Holzmon.
I mean, it's pretty dark down there.
Yeah. You need to be able to see the big old black spire.
Yeah.
And then Holzmon uses Red Sun to finish blowing up the tower, and it is destroyed. And then while they are stuck in the spire, Togemon hits them with the fucking needle spray. And that's pretty much like they wrap that up, and then they discover that the Goki brothers were actually they fucking hate each other. And
they're like, it is such like the bit is the Dark Ring also makes them get along really well, because they're always just like, oh, after you, brother. No, you first.
That's
and then they immediately, and then as soon as they're free, they start arguing because they keep eating each other's food.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good bit. I can't even lie.
Great.
Yeah.
And Miyako, and just the last line, Miyako was like, "It's horrible to say this, but maybe they were better off with the rings."
Yeah, it's really good. Also, like at some point, it cuts back to the Digimon Emperor, or Ken, and like. Wormmon says something along the lines of "grow up." Like he's like, maybe when you grow up a little bit, you won't be so angry all the time. It's like, what?
I also like the Digimon Emperor's line of, "Man, Golden Week's fucking ruined."
It's like, this is like, oh yeah, we've captured all this new territory. This is the best Golden Week ever, and I'm gonna kill one of the chosen children.
We agree. So yeah, Togemon offers to be the guardian of the area they just freed, and then the episode pretty much ends.
Yeah.
Very light episode on plot, but it had a lot of just fun stuff in it.
It was a very fun episode.
It was a good one, yeah. I actually did not care much for the 5 episodes we watched last week. So I think this is the first episode where I was genuinely like, yeah, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, that's where I was about at.
Yeah.
All right. Shin Dub Zone, Episode 6, Family Picnic. All right.
Yay.
Gokimon was changed to Roachmon, which is just a translation, so that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's just what Goki means.
Yep, Goki, cockroach, same thing. All right, Dream Dust was changed to both Garbage Dump and Yard Sale Bomb, which I think are actually pretty good names.
Yeah,
I think those are better.
Yeah.
I think they fit the attack more.
I mean, I also think that's part of the joke of the movie being called Dream Dust, of like just that sounds like a fancy move, and then them just dropping junk on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Yard Sale Bomb. I think that's a really good name.
I do like that one though.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay. The entire opening sequence where Mimi is getting off the plane has constant dialogue with terrible jokes because, of course, you are not allowed to have silence in any way, shape, or form. Yep. I'm not even going to bother repeating some of the jokes. They're just bad. They're not funny.
Yep.
She actively explains that she's changing the time because she's in Japan now because children are stupid.
To be fair, yeah.
To be fair, that was not a concept. Like, time zones were not a concept I grasped when I was 6 years old. So fair enough, honestly.
Yeah, I did. My brain is huge.
Okay.
They removed Davis's alarm. The alarm sound just isn't playing. Chibimon is just trying to wake him up because he's not waking up, so he just starts jumping on him. Which, I don't know, might be funnier. Wake up. When Miyako, I keep doing it. When Yoli is grabbing all the shit from the convenience store, her mom asks what she's like why she's grabbing all this food, and she goes, "Yeah, I need to talk to you about that. Talk to you later," and then she leaves.
Yep.
Thanks.
When Davis is introducing himself to Mimi, he goes, "My name's Davis, but you can call me Davis." Mimi goes, "Yeah, she definitely told me about you." That was like actually very good joke. The tuna soy rice ball is a chocolate covered rice ball in the dub because weird food for no reason, I guess.
Is the seaweed meant to be the what?
I guess so. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that one.
Weird.
The Otawamon and the Gekkomon still call her princess, even when they're controlled by the Dark Ring. God damn it. They won't let it die. They removed the whole joke about Mimi being there for a picnic instead of being there to actually save people, which is weird, because that's, you think that would be something that, like, the dub would add.
You think, the dub that you don't move jokes, you add jokes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Really strange. At one point, Ken says the Roachmon Hotel and then laughs to himself. Sorry, Roachmon Motel. Apparently that's where they were staying.
Oh, you really thought he had something good with that one.
Yeah.
He was proud of it.
So when Yoli is having the shoujo vision dream, she very specifically points out over and over again that she wants them to be sisters, which is really, really funny because it feels like Sailor Moon all over again.
Cousins.
I'm going digital, completely digital. That's the song we get for this episode.
Fuck yeah, I love that song.
God damn it. The kicks and chops have been named to Roachmon Exterminate.
I get it, because he's a cockroach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when the spire gets destroyed, Ken goes, "My spire! Ah!
My Xenoning!
My Xenoning!"
Right? When Ken is leaving, he goes, "I'm going home. Lock up when you're done." Like, he says it like such a bitch baby loser. As
I
he's
mean,
leaving.
shoe fits.
It's so funny. When they're when they were talking about how they were better with the rings on, um, Mimi said, or I think Yoli says something about like, man, maybe whoever had them should have only had one kid, and then Mimi goes, maybe they shouldn't just had kids at all. And I was like, what the fuck? Or some people shouldn't have kids at all. That's specifically what she said, and I was like, dude. You can't be
That's
saying that,
fucked.
white baby.
Why?
You can't be saying that, white baby.
Why are Roachmon's parents taking strays like this?
And at the very end of the episode, they continue to call her Princess Mimi. I hate these fucking dub writers.
Yeah.
All right, we're just gonna move straight into episode 7, Hikari's Memories.
I really like this is a weird one to point out. I like the splash screen in this one when you like realize by the end of the episode what it means. Neat.
Yeah, it's really nice. So they open up and like they've decided to do a little montage. They've been like rapidly making progress, destroying a shitload of spires. So they've been
Oh
kind
right.
of
Oh, now I
around.
know what you mean. Yeah, again, I jump scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
they're just putting in the work.
There's a literal army of Gardramon inside the city where they are currently attempting to destroy the spire of. Like, there are so fucking many of them.
This episode was really fucking good.
Yeah, I like this episode quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually they realize they're outnumbered and they just have to leave. Daisuke attempts to be like, don't be such pussies, let's fucking fight them. And then Flamejaron gets knocked back to Vimon. He's like, okay, never mind.
Okay, never mind. I don't have anything to back up my words now. We're fucking running.
I have no conviction. Let's get out of here.
So, as they are going back through the portal to the real world, right before Hikari manages to get through it, because she's the last one through, a Gardramon blows it up, so she does not make it through and she is trapped inside the city. They realize this once they get back. Daisuke immediately is just like confronts Takaru, like, you were right in front of her, like, why didn't you save her? Iori tries to tell him to, like, stop that. Daisuke calls him, like, a kid who doesn't know anything.
Like,
and
that's not very nice.
Yeah,
call me that, please.
Yeah, and then Daisuke's like, you're right. I'm sorry.
I've been just guilt.
Yeah. Like, I actually really like this, because, like, Daisuke gets chastised, and he's immediately like, no, you're right. I flew off the handle. My bad. And then Takaru's like, no, you're also kind of right. I probably should have been paying better attention.
But it's like, yeah, no, we all should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they decide, Takaru immediately decides he's going back to save her with the next closest area that they can actually get a portal to. So he just jumps straight in, and then Daisuke also goes.
Like, oh, no, you don't.
Yeah. Miyako's about to follow, but Iori's like, no, like, they're, like, it's almost time for dinner. Someone has to tell their parents something.
It's like, they're gonna start wondering where they are.
Mm-hmm. So they opt to do that. We had a really nice, like, sequence where Daisuke and Takaru are just, like, traveling in the desert toward the city, where they're having, like, a little argument. Like, Daisuke's like, no, you go back. Like, you can go, like, I'm not going back. You can go back if you want to, though, I would understand. And then Daisuke takes out a coin. He's like, all right, fine. Heads, I rescue Kari. Tails, you rescue Kari. He calls heads, he flips it, it's heads. And then Takaru grabs the coin.
It's like, it's one of those double-headed coins, isn't it?
And he's just like, yeah.
Yeah. And so Takaru was like, listen, let's just both go. This is stupid. And they have a nice little moment. I like this sequence quite a bit. I like them getting along. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Patamon's like, why the fuck is he acting like that? Vimon's like, it's fine. He just wants to be cool.
I very much enjoy that Vimon's biggest bit is that he has to be Daisuke's #1 hype man.
Yes, I love it. It's so great.
It rocks so much.
Wormmon calls the Digimon Kaiser Ken-chan again, and the Digimon Kaiser kicks him.
Yeah.
He kicks Wormmon like he kicks at Puffy. He's really good. He really likes kicking animals for some reason.
This kid is so fucked up. There's something deeply wrong with this child. So Iori and Miyako have like started like calling people to be like, hey, this is what's happening. So I think it's Iori calls Taichi and explains.
Yeah.
And Taichi's like, oh, hey, Mama, Hikari's staying at a friend's house. I'm gonna go pick her up. Be right back. And then he, rushes off because he's planning to head to the digital world as well. He meets Yamato on the way. And he's like, so yeah, I'm going right now because Miyako would explain things to Yamato. Yamato offers to tell Daisuke's parents while Taichi rushes to the school. So he does that. Oh, wait, actually, I think that happens later, but...
Yeah, a little later.
Yeah, we cut back to Daisuke and Takaru. Oh yeah, right. As Yamato's about to start heading, back, he's like, "Oh shit, I need to make dinner for Dad." Oh well, he can. It'll later.
And as Miyako and Iori are heading back to the computer room, they're like, "Oh yeah, no," because they go to the house to get some more food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the shop, their mom's store to get more food. And she's like, "Oh, do this, then close up the shop, okay?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, Miyako, what you told somebody to do?
I don't know.
These kids are so funny. Fucking whatever.
Funny.
So yeah, we got back to Takaru and Daisuke. They realize that they're outside the range of Aspire, so Patamon can just evolve normally. So he does. And Daisuke's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
It's really funny because he's like, wait, what the fuck? You can just do that?
Yeah, I could have done that the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, once for the Dark Spires.
Yeah. I forgot we get one of the normal evolution, or one of the like O2 kids' normal evolutions this early in the series.
Yeah. To be fair, he's also an adventure kid, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anjumon just... Good.
Yeah, Anjumon handles it, and then
punches through a wall.
Daisuke's like, wait, can Hikari do this as well?
Yeah.
And then they all have, yeah, Tailmon can digivolve into Anjumon, and then he's like, wait.
And Patamon's like fucking starts teasing. Yeah, we're like such a perfect pair. Vemon, become Ultra Anjumon now.
Yeah, he starts like holding up Vemon, going, "You need to turn it to Ultra Anjumon," and Vemon's like, I can't do that. Like,
that's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Fucking starts shaking him like fucking Bart. Like he grips him by the shoulder and is just like shaking him.
Patamon's very amused with himself.
Yes.
He's having a good time.
Takaru's like, could you stop fucking with him for 5 minutes?
Yeah, Patamon just starts kind of giggling to himself.
Oh, it's so good. I love this episode so much.
It's so good.
So this is what we come back to Yamato trying to explain what's happening to because June enters the door, Daisuke's sister. Who I forgot was a character.
Same. I did not know she was a character.
It's like, oh, she's staying over at a friend's place or something like that.
And she's just like, you're lying.
Like,
and he's like,
you're really obvious. I'll tell.
It's true.
I'll tell my parents what you said if you go on a date with me. Okay, bye, and close the door on him.
Yeah.
So Yamato gets forced into that, and he's not very happy about it.
He makes some really good faces this episode.
Yeah.
Hikari is attempting to like escape on Nefertimon, and she gets like actually shot down.
Yeah, she's been like on the run this entire time.
Yeah.
At this point, Daisuke and Takaru show up, and she's like, Daisuke, Takaru, you came to help. And Daisuke's like, she said my name first, that means I win.
And Takaru's like, that's great, buddy.
That's great, man.
It's so fucking funny.
Jimmy, look, I drew a frog.
That's great, Carl.
So at this point, Andromon shows up, and he's got a ring around his neck. Hikari's about to approach him, and like sees the ring and that he's clearly under its influence. And rather than doing the incredibly stupid thing of, no, I can get through to him, she actually stops and is like, that's probably a bad idea. I should not approach him. Which is great. Flamedramon gets one hit KO'd, as does Pegasusmon. They both just take a hit from Spiral Sword and instantly get knocked back to Rookie.
And Daisuke just like, what the fuck? Because I think this is like the first time any of them have seen a perfect.
Yeah, so this is really funny. The original Chosen Children decided to not explain a goddamn thing about Digimon to any of the new Chosen Children. Like,
I mean, it
Patamon,
wasn't relevant at the time.
I mean, yeah, but you would still think they would tell things like, yeah, so like there are perfect levels and stuff. They can digivolve normally. We usually don't use the armor. Like, they just didn't say any of that. It's so funny.
It's on a need to know basis.
Yeah.
I don't
know if
sometimes
that's...
I don't think that really applies here, if I'm being honest. I don't think need to know basis is when the perfect level murder robot is staring you down the face, like, oh yeah, now's a good time to bring this up. I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes earlier would have been real nice. We'll real appreciate it.
So at this point, Andron looks at a Daisuke and like it zooms in on the goggles. And it shows the picture of Taichi and it just says same object underneath.
I mean, it is.
It's just so funny. Like, specifically, I'd recognize those goggles anywhere. It's like, I don't even think it's relevant. It just does that. So at this point, Taichi shows up. Andromon recognizes Taichi.
Same human.
Yeah, same human. And then as he approaches, he like grabs Hikari and lifts her, and then recognizes her. And then her Digivice like falls out of her hand, and
it's like the thing. It's like the thing that happened to Leomon.
Yeah, it like physical contact with it breaks the ring. Or well,
I love how shitty the pictures of like old like Taichi and Hikari look. They're so fucking. It's so crudely drawn. It's so fun. Also, you're forgetting a bit when Taichi shows up. Miyako and Iori are also there with their armor digivolutions. And they like attack. They like try to attack Andromon, which doesn't work. But I really like the lines of Digimon says specifically, where he's like, he says like, what was it? The has just eaten. It is now completely rejuvenized. Digimon has appeared. He calls himself Digimon Sama. And then he like does his attack. They bounce off, and Digimon makes this fucking expression.
I think I posted it earlier.
Yeah, it's in the slideshow.
For this.
You could hear the like the wow wow wow.
I love you, Armadimon.
Dagyaa. So yeah, recognizing Hikari and the Digivice hitting the ring has disabled it. So Andromon just fucking tears it apart with his bare hands. And then he just uses the Gatling missiles and destroys the tower in the city. So
he's like, how he gets mad.
Yeah.
He's like, how fucking dare you?
So that problem kind of solves itself, and they all decide to go home. On their way home, Koshiro contacts them and is like, so I had that contact with a friend in America. I believe he mentioned it's the same one that told him about like what is essentially a VPN back in season 1.
I think. I was thinking it was either that or like someone that he got like info from during our war game or something.
Yeah, because he specifically mentioned.
I think in our war game it was like was it like a Russian?
It was a Russian friend. That was
Yeah, so he mentions the American friend from season 1. Had them analyze the D3, and I didn't write down the 3 words because I'm stupid as shit. It was like Digivolve.
I think was one of them.
Yeah, it was Discover, Digivolve, something.
Data?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm just going to look this up. So
yeah. But anyway, that's why they call it the D3. I actually forgot that's why it's called the D3. Because I was like, this is only the 2nd season. Why are they calling it the D3 again? And yeah, it's because it has like 3 D words in its code for some reason. And then the episode ends with Chibimon being like, I'm hungry, let's eat.
Digital detect discover.
That's what it was.
That's it.
So yeah, and that's pretty much where episode 7 wraps up. They all decide to go get something to eat.
This was by far the best episode up until this point, I think.
I really like this episode quite a bit. Like, the last episode was the Mimi episode, but this episode rules.
I like the part where like Arndromon's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to manually reboot every single Gardramon.
I can believe he'll handle it.
Good luck,
he
buddy.
will, but he's gonna be at it a while.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
Oh yeah. By the way, real quick,
Yeah.
the thing that like makes Andromon remember it is like specifically the picture they took of
Yes.
it, like the group picture they took at the end of the
Yeah.
adventure,
Mm.
and that's when it's like, oh wait, the splash screen was like a silhouette of that image.
Yeah. It's really nice.
It's
it's like,
just a nice little closing bookend on that.
So but they show the picture and it's like a little like piece by piece it's reforming itself as he remembers and everything. It's really nice.
Yeah.
All right, moving into Shin Dub Zone episode 7, Guardian Angel.
Aha!
That's a pretty good. That's a
yeah.
pretty good name.
Yeah, I get it.
So as they're looking at all the Guardramon, Miyako says to Davis, "Wow, you counted that high without taking off your shoes and socks."
Oh no, that's good. That's real good.
Pretty good.
I specifically wrote it down because I was like, "Oh shit, that was actually funny."
Wait, she says that to who?
Davis.
Yeah, that's a character. I can't even be mad about
Yeah,
it. She's just as mean to him in the sub too.
That's so funny. I forget who says it, but someone says you're displaying the wisdom of an old man of 20. As like, yeah, sure, I guess a kid would say that. Why not? They continue running the bit. At one point, Davis says, "Okay, TM." Fucking love him constantly saying TK's name wrong. It rules. So when Chibimon is saying Davis just wants to look cool, instead at the end he says something about human girls make human boys act weird. Like, all right.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of what's going on here, yeah.
Rather than Matt remembering that he has to cook for his dad and then saying, whatever. Instead, he panics about having left Mimi on hold.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. When Algemon like busts the ring and like lands and catches his fucking staff, he just he goes, "I nailed it." Just like really nonplussed. Really
Got
odd.
him.
Rather than saying Ultra Angemon, Davis says Anja Dinosaur or Anja Soccer Player Mon or something as he's shaking Vmon.
That's a little funny.
I was like, sure.
Yeah, I like that.
I can't lie. That's kind of funny.
Some kind of Dino Beamon.
Some kind of Dino Beamon. Imagine.
At one point, they ask Andromon, "Do you remember me?" And he goes, "I am trying." Yes. There's like a 5-second pause. When he's remembering the photograph and the small pieces are coming in, he says, "I love jigsaw puzzles, and at that point, I wanted to murder dub writers with my bare hands." Cool. Thank you for inserting a joke into an actual, like, genuine moment, you fucking pieces of shit. What else is new?
I'm kind of surprised you can still, like, expend the energy to be upset about it, considering how often it happens.
Like, at this point, like, it hasn't really been that bad this season, because they haven't really had many, like, actual, like, proper emotional stuff this season, so,
yeah,
you know, this was the first time where I was like, man, fuck you. The D3 names and, like, the reasons they're called that is actually just directly translated, which I was surprised about. And then, for some reason, Izzy mentions fucking Willis. He specifically...
Yeah!
Why did he mention them?
He specifically... Because Willis is the friend in America.
God, yeah, he is.
I mean, I can't even lie. when Koshiro in the Japanese version mentioned the friend from America, I was in fact immediately thinking, "Yo, Willis?"
Yeah,
I was also thinking it was Willis.
Am I misremembering? Isn't that actually Willis?
Pretty sure because he shows up in our war game, doesn't he?
No,
no.
No, that's Hurricane touchdown footage they add into the American version of our war game.
Is it?
We'll get into that later, but like I think at least whenever they refer to an American friend, it might be him. But...
Yeah. It's vague whether or not it's actually Willis. Before he's properly introduced in Hurricane Touchdown, but it might be.
We'll get into what's so funny about this when we watch the movie.
Yeah, we sure will.
When are we watching Hurricane Touchdown? By the way,
at the end of 02.
Is it at the end of 02?
Yeah.
No, storyline wise, it's before Ken is part of the group, but like,
Oh.
Ken's not
Yeah.
even in the movie.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Maybe we should watch
But,
that
like-
earlier. Episode 8, The Digimon Kaiser's Loneliness. This is also a very good episode.
Yes.
Okay, the episode opens up with Daisuke playing some fucking soccer. He be slide tackling people. It's pretty much all it is.
Intercepting.
Yeah, they reveal they're going to be playing the school that Ken is from in their like first scrimmage match. So they're getting themselves pumped up because they were the regional champions or whatever the fuck. And when Daisuke reveals this to the group, Miyako is like, Dai-chan. Because she wants Ken's autograph.
He literally goes. He stumbles because he's like, "What did you fucking call me?"
What did you just fucking say to me?
It's so funny. I legitimately forgot that one of the bits with Miyako is that she's a massive Ken fangirl.
Yeah.
Genuinely forgot all about this.
I did kind of get a chuckle out of the bit where she's like, "But you're older than him by 1 year.
Yeah.
My mom's older than my dad. Who gives a shit?"
Yeah. Because I think, was it Iori specifically says, I thought you were into older guys. And it's like, it's 1 year, who cares? So yeah, they have a big discussion about just, Ken and how he's a fucking super genius and he's so cool and everything. And then, we basically cut straight to the soccer game, I think. Like, nothing really happens in between. And, Ken is not there at first. So, like, Daisuke rushes over and is like, where's Ken? Like, I kind of specifically wanted to have a match with him. And the kids are like, he's too busy. So, like, he might show up, he might not. We don't really know.
No, the wording is like, unlike us, he's very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they specifically put themselves down to hype Ken up. It's really funny.
God. So, yeah. Taichi calls Daisuke over and he's like, hey, like, even if Ken's not here, they're still the regional championship or like regional champion. So, take this shit seriously.
I really like Coach Taichi in this episode.
It's cool.
It's a really nice bit because they say that before he graduated, him and Davis were like, were they on the team at the same time?
Yeah,
they were in the same
time.
Yeah. So it's nice seeing that still be a thing.
Yeah.
It's also like a bit of like his leadership skills coming through, but as a like soccer coach kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's how his leadership skills developed to begin with.
Yeah.
I really like Taichi in this kind of like mentorship role.
Same.
It fits him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we get a cool soccer montage.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's a cool soccer montage where they're like, we're not animating this. Fuck off. Here's some stills.
Yep.
You got an insert song though.
Yeah, you got a Kojima insert.
Good song.
Good song.
And then Ken has arrived to the game after Daisuke managed to score a goal. So the score is currently 1-0 in favor of Daisuke's team. And then Ken shows up.
It's a fucking slaughter.
Yeah.
And gives them he's like walking down the stairs and he fucking shoots daggers at Daisuke.
Yeah.
He sees all of them and he gets this look on his face like he is disgusted to see them in the physical world.
Also, the entire time Miyako's like, because she gets really mad when she thinks Ken isn't going to show up, and she's just like playing with fucking Poromon like he's a stress ball.
That poor little guy, he's getting so fucking stretched and squished all over.
It's so good. So Ken proceeds to, he meets face to face with Daisuke for like the toss up. And then he basically teleports behind him.
He fucking Shungoku Satsu's the football.
It's so fucking crazy. He then proceeds to absolutely mop the fucking floor with their team. It winds up being 9-1 in the second half. So what winds up happening is like as he's going for the final shot, Daisuke's like, no, fuck this, I'm at least stopping this one. And he totally blindsides Ken by just like slide tackling him out of nowhere, and he cuts his ankle too, because he cuts it a little close. So he actually manages to stop the last goal. And at the end of like when the game's wrapping up, like obviously they got their fucking asses kicked, but everyone was like genuinely
Yeah, Ken and Daisuke like go up to each other and they're just like, "Damn, you really are as good as they say you are." And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm impressed. No one's ever blocked that shot before."
Yeah.
I also like the bit where that the soccer team Ken's part of kind of just isn't shit without him, because they were losing before he showed up too.
Yeah.
Not like terrible, but not particularly notable without Ken.
Mm-hmm. Like he is their literal commander. Like without him on the field, they can't really coordinate all that well. But yeah, like Ken like seems genuinely like complimentary to Daisuke. Like, yeah, no, that was like impressive. You're pretty good. And they like shake hands. And I was like, wow, this is weirdly amicable.
And then Daisuke is writing that compliment the entire night.
And I like the bit where Taichi's like, "All right, you blocked that shot, but otherwise that game was dreadful."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's like, maybe I could go pro. And Taichi's like, maybe start thinking about that when you actually manage to score a goal on him.
Yeah.
And Daisuke's immediately humbled. He's like, you're right.
Well, when Taichi's the one saying it to you, you're like, yeah, you know, you don't go against that.
And they're walking down the street.
Yeah, and like
and it pans over to like this like bridge, and Ken is just staring down at him again,
seething, like absolutely fucking seething. Oh, he's so fucking mad. It's so good. So after they get back, I think it's the next day they go in, right? Oh, right, yeah. It's the next day. They notice a tower has cropped up in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like there's a single tower in the middle of an area that has nothing in it at all. Right, there's the tower. Yeah, there's the tower in the middle of fucking nowhere, which is.
but before that, they're all just hanging I think in like the computer room, and fucking.
Oh yeah,
like Daisuke, hold out your hand.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't touch you.
She's so fucking mean. She hates his ass so much.
I can't shake Daisuke's hand. It fucks with the shade. It's not according to my aesthetic sense.
She's so fucking mean.
What the fuck is her problem?
She's funny. She gets a pass. Yeah, so there's the tower in the middle of nowhere, which is definitely not a trap. So they're
like, "Oh, let's go to the digital world." Daisuke, Miyako, what are you doing?
Yeah,
nothing.
Nothing at all. Don't worry about it. So they opt to go, and as they're like just walking through this random desert, everyone but Daisuke is thrown into the abyss.
into the goop.
Daisuke starts like trying to dig for them in the ground, like he's using his hands to attempt to dig for them. And then, Digimon Kaiser shows up and he's like, "Hey, dumbass, I've got your friends. They're over here. And they've all been hung from a bridge."
Why did he do that to Patamon? Patamon,
he made sure Patamon in specific was tied all the fucking way up.
That Patamon can air shot, huh?
I better tie that thing up or I'm finished.
So he's like wrapped he's like bundled, like he's like swaddled in a sheet, and then the sheet itself is being tied up by the rope. It's so fucking funny.
And then also he I mean, understandably so, he made sure the fucking little earwings were also like completely tied up.
You ain't flying out of this one, you little bitch. So Ken tells Daisuke to bow and beg his forgiveness, which Daisuke just immediately does because he's not playing around. He's like, "Do this or I'll kill your friend." And Daisuke's like, "You got it."
All of this because he got you slightly off guard during a soccer game. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, Ken might have some issues. I'm thinking.
I'm
thinking Ken might be a little mentally unstable. So yeah, Daisuke just immediately being like, "Yep, nope, 100%." And then he's like, "All right, Vmon, step on his head." Vmon like is like adamantly refusing, but Daisuke's like, "No, just do it."
We're not wasting time here. Just do it.
Yeah, which I very much appreciate him just not fucking around.
And then Ken's immediately just like, "Ha, buddy. All right, fine. You can save one of them.
Yep.
And Deltamon will kill the rest."
Yep. So He's like, all right, choose. You have until this hourglass runs out to choose which of your friends I'm not killing today. Which is, insanely fucked up.
And all his friends are like, no, kill me.
Except Miyako.
Save everyone else. No, even she's like too.
Well,
no,
yeah.
no, I think she goes. No, she goes. I don't pick me. I'll be sad if everyone else is dead.
Or like so like it looks bad if I'm the one who goes
Yeah.
to stay alive.
But yeah, like the timer runs out and he's about to kill them all, and then I believe Digimon shows up and like trips Deltamon.
But actually no, like Daisuke goes, no, just kill me, take me instead of any of them.
And as Deltamon is approaching him, Digimon trips it. Yeah. As it turns out, all of the people being hung from the ridge were just a bunch of Bakemon in disguise. The rest of them...
apparently Ken left Wormmon in charge of watching them, keeping those kids in the void.
Which
I don't know what he thought would happen on that front, but
So like it's very clear. Like there's a later episode where it becomes even more clear, but like this episode is also clearly demonstrating Wormmon's a good guy. Like he doesn't. Yeah, he's a good guy. Like
whenever he does something bad, it is explicitly to help because he just wants to help Ken.
Yeah.
And
he very often goes directly against Ken's wishes because he's going too far, like attempting to kill children.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe you shouldn't do that. I'm gonna step in. So like they begin fighting the Deltamon, and Daisuke out of fucking nowhere just tackles Ken off the little like cliff he was standing on.
Yeah, no, because during the fight, everyone like digivolves, but Ken is like commanding all the Bakemon, and he's got them in like formations, and he's running circles around all the children.
Yeah, we see all the Bakemon like actually punch all the other guys.
But they're weird, gross, like veiny ghost arms.
Yeah, Hell's Hand.
Yeah.
I hated those. I hated those.
I think Daisuke takes notice that like Ken's doing that and is like, all right, hold on a minute. And just runs off.
And he did basically the same move he did during the soccer game.
Yeah.
He tackles
Ken out of nowhere.
He tackles him off a cliff.
Just straight up dive tackles him. It's so good.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
Hit him with the same move a second time.
Yeah, they'll never see it coming. During the fight with Deltamon, Flamedramon manages to. There's this really cool part where Flamedramon or Deltamon uses a triplex force.
Yeah, no, he's about to step. Like they're confronting each other, and Deltamon jumps in to kill Daisuke, and then like fucking Flamedramon steps like, not on my watch.
So he uses Fire Rocket to like go through the triplex force into the ring. It's sick as hell.
It's really cool.
But then as Daisuke is confronting Ken, he notices that the Digimon Kaiser's ankle is bleeding, and he's like, no, get the fuck out. And Ken's like, no, yeah, it's me. Hi.
That's me.
It's Ken Ichijouji.
He's just he doesn't even try to. He basically immediately gives the ghost on that one.
Yeah. Immediately just like, yep, no, it's me. Hi, my name is Ken Ichijouji, and I'm gonna kill all of you. And then he jumps backward, and then Airdramon just slides underneath him, and he gets away. Sick as hell escape plan.
I like that Daisuke's Daisuke clearly actually looked up to Ken as like at least like a fellow soccer player, so just like actually like really gets to him.
Yeah.
Like he really looked up to him as a guy, and it just fucks with him real bad. Because damn, he's just straight up evil.
Yeah. Oh, this dude sucks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, always hate it when your idols wind up trying to murder all your friends in cold blood.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that pretty much is the end of the episode, is the reveal that Ken... Yeah.
Just flies off.
Yeah. Alright.
No, I'm serious.
It's SHIN Dub Zone, Episode 8, Ken's Secret. Alright, no name changes. Both Deltamon and Triplex Force were kept the same.
Neat.
Yeah.
They're both pretty cool names, so yeah, that's good.
So while Davis is describing Ken, like he's like, yeah, he's a genius and all that kind of stuff. Someone goes, "Watch the name calling." I was like, huh? He was complimenting him. What are you fucking talking about? Throughout the entire episode, Miyako and only Miyako pronounces it Ken Ichijouji. Only her.
All right.
Sure. Whatever.
At one point, David says, "Very funny, TE." Just putting random letters after the T now. It's fucking phenomenal. Cody mentioned something to Yuli about marrying Ken, and she goes, "I don't want to," or no, oh, he does the fucking KISSING thing, that fucking elementary school.
Yeah.
Well, they are elementary schoolers. But yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he
I was
does
about to say, they are
Hold
elementary
on.
schoolers, so,
What a
like,
fucking child.
But yeah,
yes!
Yes.
he does that to her, and she goes, "I don't want to kiss him. I just want to marry him," which I thought was funny.
I mean, come on. Let's be real here.
Magnitude's a difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
During the soccer game, I think
The
Kari.
legendary line.
No, that not yet. There's a couple
Oh.
things before. While Kari and Ty are cheering for Davis, I think Kari goes, "Don't forget to hug Ken," and then Kai goes, "Give him a kiss too." I thought that was so fucking funny.
They're like just a couple of steps away from just calling him.
They don't know that.
Fujo Kari moment.
Oh, it's so fucking funny. Let's Kick It Up plays during the soccer montage.
Yeah!
And then
Can't say it's not appropriate.
Yeah.
When Ken arrives and is on the field, the announcer says, "Ken the Rocket Ichijouji."
The Rocket.
Ken
Hell
has a
yeah.
fucking nickname. And then, of course, Ken says the fucking line of, "Some nice
See-
friends you got there, Davis."
See,
It's
I
amazing.
feel like that's funny, but I feel like that entire like sex sequence is like just some of the best lines you've ever heard.
It's genuinely very funny.
Or is it
My-
like, "He's just the same as you, Davis.
Yeah,
You gotta outrun him.
yeah. Don't
My
worry.
favorite is
Even if you can, we won't think any less of you, man."
my that's like my favorite of him because it's like it's such a fucking bizarre line, but you can tell that his voice actor had to say that run-on sentence in the very short amount of frames that fucking Taichi shot lasted for. So
Yeah.
he's just barreling through that
Yeah,
line.
it's just like like the speed is something along the lines of, "Yeah, you can beat him, and even if you don't, we won't think any less of you, man." Some nice friends you got there, Davis.
Yeah, they're
It's a nice fancy got there, Davis. Yeah.
I don't know why I've always just been very fond of. You gotta outrun him.
You gotta outrun him. Ugh. This is like
Ex-
O2 has been hitting better on actually funny jokes, which I was very surprised about. Like,
I thought
They're-
that
they
you
still-
I'm
did
not sure
that.
that was supposed to be funny.
well, no,
I
probably
don't know.
not. Like, it almost certainly was not meant to be funny. I thought like Ty's line was supposed to be funny, but like that's not really the funny part. It's everything surrounding the fact that he says that. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like they're like it's still a bad dub. They're doing the usual thing of, you know, replacing the music, silent moments are replaced by bad jokes and narration, like constant talking, all that shit. I just don't bring it up anymore because it's tired.
I do also think
Yeah.
just in general, at least in these earlier parts, I feel like it's obviously 0-1 has plenty of like jokes in it, but I feel like just generally 0-2 has a more jovial tone.
Yes, very much.
Yeah,
so.
because they're not in the fucking real world fighting for their life.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just kind of hanging out.
the vibe of O2 is much more like friends hanging out than a bunch of kids trying to survive.
Yeah.
All right. During the part where the montage of Ken destroying them, it's "You Run Around, I Run Around" playing.
Wow.
Of course. This is when I noticed that Miyako is exclusively the one pronouncing it Ichijouji for no fucking reason. In the dub, the conversation Ken and Davis have after the game is way less cordial. Ken sounds like he is barely containing his contempt in the dub.
No, that's good,
Which is-
actually.
I mean, that's good, but it's also like I doubt they bothered to edit his expression, so he still just looks actually happy.
Yes, he just has that smile on his face, but he's saying things like, "Well, you kind of came out of nowhere, so," or it was still 9-1. Like he's just like being such a little piece of shit. Oh, he sucks so bad. And then at the very end, there's barely any changes in the second half of the episode. Surprisingly enough, the only thing that really changes is when Davis tackles Ken, so that the Bakuman no longer have someone like commanding them, so they're all kind of panicked and not coordinated anymore. They say the power of the ring is weakening instead of Ken no longer being their commander. It's bizarre. They literally just might not have like gotten it. Yeah, that was it. Moving straight into episode 9, Overdrive of the Evil Ring's Magic. My very first note is be nice to Wormmon.
Yeah.
Because I think, this is like, at the beginning, he's like having a fucking hissy fit over getting owned last time. And there's this shot of him, like, as it's cutting away, where this kid just looks fucking miserable, dude. He looks so upset. Like,
he's going through it.
Yeah, I think this is the first episode that really shows that, like, Ken's really fucked up, but he's like fucked up. Like there's something actually wrong with him, like mentally. Like he's not okay.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the flashback of the teacher being like, "Oh yeah, great job with the." Or it comes back to the interview where they're like interviewing him about being a genius and all that kind of stuff and all that shit. And afterwards,
and he is clearly giving such like non-interested non-answers.
Just like
he just doesn't. Because like the interviewer is also just asking him non-questions. Like one of the ones that she asked him was like, "Oh, there's like a system in America to
grade skipping.
Would you like to do that?" And he's just like, "Well, that's not relevant. I'm Japanese.
So what's the point?"
Yeah. Like we don't do that here. And she's like, "Well, if you could, would you?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." Like he's like so like he's keeping his like demeanor, but like it's so clear that he's just like, "Would you fucking leave me alone already?" And then after she leaves, like the principal walks up and is like, "Oh man, you're doing a great favor to us. Help like doing all these interviews. It's great for the image of the school." And then he leans in like real close in like a really bizarre and creepy shot and like whispers to him, "Hey, if you wouldn't mind tutoring my daughter privately, I wouldn't mind that at all." And I was like, why did he say it like that? Hello?
I took that as he wants him to start dating his daughter.
Yeah. He wants him to start dating his daughter because that would be like a good status thing for him and his daughter, basically.
And then it would basically be like, hey, they get married or whatever. It's like, oh, the gifted kid is my son now.
Yeah, it's genuinely really fucking gross. Like, super gross. And then he's just like, he basically is just like, "No, I don't have the time.
I'm a child."
No, he's just like, "No, I'm too young for that. You should get someone else."
Yeah.
And then he gets his autograph for his daughter instead, which Ken's like, "Yeah, fucking fine, dude, whatever. If it'll get you off my goddamn back." Yeah, Ken is a very, very angry little man.
There's another thing that I think kind of answers at least part of where it comes from, but that's a bit later.
Yeah. You're gonna say something, Momo?
And then it's like and then it's the part where he goes home, right?
Yeah. I think it cuts to because I have the babies are ravenous.
Oh yeah, because Yako comes in with another big bag of food, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, jelly!"
Yeah,
my chocolate, my ice cream.
But then Toro was like, "Where's my Campo Maki?" "Oh, well, I guess you don't want any of this delicious convenience store food."
I never said that. Then he rushes over to eat. Then everyone basically starts being like, "Man, Ken sure is perfect." Unlike you, Daisuke, you piece of shit.
You fucking suck, ass Daisuke.
What did he say fuck me for?
Wait, did we cover the bit where she goes like, I had to leave for a bit last episode. Did you cover the bit where she's like, I want to shake Daisuke's hand,
Yes, yeah.
but I
Yes.
refuse to.
Yes, of course we did.
Yeah.
Miyako is so
pretty
fucking
fucking good.
Miyako is so fucking mean to him. It's so funny.
She's so mean. Yeah.
But yeah, so everyone's just like, Ken is awesome. Daisuke, you suck. Fuck you, Daisuke. It's
She hates
He's
it
just,
so
man, what
bad.
the fuck? What'd I do?
Catching strays for no reason.
He's literally just chilling.
So they watch the interview he gave like outside his own home, and Kosho decides to dox him because they know
Yeah, I
he's
was
the
about
Digimon
to say,
expert now.
did they start doxing Ken?
Yeah.
This show is so
It's like,
fucking funny.
well, based on this this image in the background here, we can observe that like it's around this area. Oh, and there's a building that like matches that. Oh, Emily's like,
he's fucking
this is-
GeoGuessr.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He's
Kosho
literally-
goes to be the GeoGuessr guy.
hang on. I'll work on an edit in the background. You guys
Okay,
keep
sure thing.
going.
So this is when we
God,
cut
Gojo's so
back.
fucking funny.
It's so good. This is when we cut back to Ken's home, and his parents are like leaving dinner outside his room, and like they're clearly concerned about him because apparently he hasn't like basically come out of his room at all.
He's not
since
even been going to school.
yeah, since the soccer game.
And what was it? His mom says like, well, his dad's like, well, what are the teachers saying? She's like, well, they have no idea what he's thinking at this point. We don't know.
Yeah,
Just leave him.
yeah,
And his dad's like, this is ridiculous. I've had enough. I'm just kicking
Yeah.
the door down.
That's actually where I think like part of it, like his anger and like why he's so fucked up is coming from. It's like it's kind of very clear that like a bunch of the adults in his life have like it's a weird bit of like they've given up on like doing anything with him because they think even they think he's better than them.
yes.
So no adult is really doing anything in his life right
no one's
now.
actually
They're all
even
just
trying
kind of
to
leaving him. They're all just kind of leaving him to his devices, or like are actively trying to get things out of him.
Yeah.
And like I get the vibe that you get the vibe that his parents care about him, but they're not hands on enough.
Yes,
Yeah.
like they very
Yeah.
clearly do because his dad's like, no, like this is ridiculous. Like we're getting in there, so he busts down the door, and it's like they very clearly care. They just don't know how to approach it because they think he's too smart and they can never understand what he's thinking. And Angel, your mic is doing it again.
Fuck. Okay.
But I mean, like, even if they do care, it's like there's still not like there's no effectively at this point in his life, there's no active like adult parental figure that's like doing anything about it because there's like,
Mhm.
well, you're so fucking like you're so smart and better than us, but we don't need to. So he just like it both like it clearly both like is the seat of a lot of anger with him, but also like massively inflating his superiority complex.
Yeah,
Evidently,
It's this weird thing of like, despite how cartoonish he is, and like, oh, I'm super gifted. I can write code. I'm a super athlete. Like that whole thing of like that feels like a very real problem a kid has.
yeah,
he's still like an elementary schooler, and no one's being the adult the elementary schooler needs right now.
Because
Mhm.
he seems a bit smarter than the average kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
So they're like,
he-
well, he doesn't need it. He's mature.
yeah, it's like he thinks all these things about himself, and then literally everyone in his life reinforces these ideas,
Yeah.
nonstop. Just an endless cycle. So once they bust down the door, Ken left a note on his laptop that basically just said, like, "I'm leaving. I'm tired of you insects."
So did anyone else take that as his mom thinking it was a suicide
Yes.
note?
Okay, yes, okay. I was
was
gonna
muted, but
say
yes.
it in little less plain terms than that, but yeah, that was also
I
the
thought
vibe
that
I
was-
got.
I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty clearly the vibe they're going
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, my note
Which-
is literally
like,
that
which is why
sure
they have
sounds
the
like a
fucking
suicide
cops.
note, Ken. Yeah, that's why the fucking cops show up.
Which is
But no.
also like if you when you get later into the series and find out more things about that family, that's actually got even more fucked. Like
Yeah.
that must hit for his mom even harder than it seems at the moment.
hmm Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's worth noting that he is on the second or no, not even
Yes.
second floor. He's like up high.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
they,
near the roof.
his dad like runs outside to check.
Yeah. Immediately runs to the balcony. And
Yeah,
it's
but, like-
oh god.
But then when the police show up later, they're like, oh, he's gone missing.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's like clearly it was meant to be like he ran away, but man, the vibes really do not.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So as it turns out, he's just in the digital world now. He's decided to stay there. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I ain't going back anymore. everyone in the real world sucks shit. At least here I can be evil and cool.
Mhm.
My next note is be nice to Wormmon because I think he kicks him again.
Ah, come on.
So the rest of the crew arrives like at his apartment and they see all the police and everything and they like overhear that he's gone missing.
It's really funny. It's just this serious fucking family like crisis, and they're just here with their fucking maps. Like, oh, I think this is Ken's house.
Yes.
It's like, man, not the fucking time.
To
Not
be
the
fair,
fucking time, gang.
They don't approach. To be
Yeah.
fair, they do not bother their
Yeah.
parents.
and also like they don't notice the police sirens until after they're just like, I think this is where he lives. Wait, what's going on? So yeah, they're just like, oh, he's probably in the digital world if he's gone missing. Like,
Yeah, because then Koshiro messages them, or they talk to Koshiro. He's like, they're all of a sudden there are so much more dark towers popping up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they all opt to immediately just go, and they go to like a volcanic area, like it's or is it a
Out middle
volcanic?
fucking nowhere.
Is it more
Yeah,
of
it's
like a
not
desert?
Yeah, no, it's volcanic.
It's like a lava
volcanic.
pool.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they got the fucking Meramons.
yeah, right. And then yeah, as they're approaching, the Meramon brothers jump out of the fucking
Mhm.
lava. There's like 5 of them.
And they're
Stand
just all
up.
stanced up.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck with us, brother.
Don't try to bullshit us, brother.
They don't even throw an attack at them. They're just
No.
stanced up.
Yeah. And Flame
then
Dramon's
they
like,
fucking
I'm
do,
gonna
like-
get him.
Then they do like 3 different attempts to get rid of them, and they're still just stanced up before not even attacking.
It's like,
I do
okay.
like that Daisuke is the first one to go, and then he's like, right, fire might not actually work that well against fire. Got it.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, Miyako, your turn. Oh, fuck, the wind is just making the flames bigger. Fuck. Everything fails. It just doesn't work. Also, occasionally, it's cutting back, and Greymon is about to be captured by the Digimon Emperor.
He's just
Yeah,
like,
see, there's
"Oh,
nothing about
what
that.
are you
That I'd be
doing?"
confused. Like, why was he chilling in Greymon form?
Oh, because they've been like they don't like expressly state it, but like all of the other like the original adventure rookies have been like acting as guardians of individual areas and just kind of moving along, breaking spires when they can.
Yeah, but like,
And
can
it's
they
just-
just Digivolve on their own now?
Don't
Kind of, yeah.
Sort
don't,
of.
I
don't
guess.
yeah,
All right.
don't question the fact that the spires are supposed to prevent them from being able to go into champion form, and they're destroying spires in champion form. Don't think about it. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, they were been able to do it when they're like weakened.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's weird. It seems like the spires specifically don't entirely prevent it. It seems like the Kaiser needs to be
Well, like-
around.
No, I mean
Maybe.
they're like in the Garurumon episode, like just when he cracked it was enough for Garurumon to digivolve.
That fair enough. They probably damage
Yeah,
it.
they're really vague about like how the rules on this stuff works
Mhm.
specifically.
I assume it's like all the power's gone entirely. Like it weakens it if you damage it.
Yeah, so they probably just damage it in rookie form enough, and then they can digivolve to properly destroy it. We'll write the show.
And they
for them,
can
it's
just kind
fine.
of do that on their own now. 'cause,
Yeah.
nah.
You know, well, that's fine. They're old enough now. It's been a couple years. They can do it. Don't worry
Okay,
about
so every proper render of Koshiro was incredibly low quality for no fucking reason. So
Okay.
this doesn't look particularly great. But if you fucking hang on, let me make sure that this is properly saved up here. Yep. Okay. Here you fucking go. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Let me just save this real
Okay.
quick. But this is the fucking mid recording. Christ.
this sucks.
This sucks. I was so mad the fucking Koshiro renders were so fucking low quality.
Koshiro doxing
Yeah,
a
don't know
child
something.
based off into a single interview he gave. Jesus Christ.
This sucks. Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright. Oh god, where were we? Right, so at this point I believe they airdrop Greymon in.
Yeah, literally airdrop the fucking guy in.
Yeah.
And then Ken's like, all right, now, because he was a champion when I put the Spire on him, if I make him Digivolve now, I'll be able to control the perfect level using the ring. I said Spire before, ignore that. And so he forces him to digivolve while the ring is on him. But unfortunately, he turns into Skullgreymon, which is not good.
Yeah.
Takaru and Hikari are immediately like, oh fuck, oh no, oh no.
We gotta get out. We gotta go. We
fucking traumatized.
Hikari being worried is weird because she wasn't there, but
yeah.
Takaru. I like Takaru's reaction. Like, I feel like they even emphasize Takaru's reaction more. Where like he's scared as fuck. He's like, no, we gotta move now.
Like, this thing is not good. This is genuinely very bad. We have to leave. So Skullgreymon just starts like slapping everything. Like, he's not even using moves. He is just slapping them around.
What's your tone?
At a point, Ken is like, okay, he's out of control. Summons a bunch of Dark Tyrannomon to stop Skullgreymon. Skullgreymon slaps them around and then just throws one into a lava pit.
That guy's fucking dead. He didn't make it out of that one. That guy's dead.
You see him like surface, but he's like out.
And then Skullgreymon uses Ground Zero, and it hits the tower, and it's an unbelievably massive fucking explosion. Like,
he hits Ground Zero on the tower, huh?
Yeah. What? What's wrong? Yeah, he Ground Zeroes the tower.
Wonder what Mimi thinks about this.
The fact, I think we discussed this. I believe Mimi is in America during the events of 9/11. I think there's
literally a drama CD about how Mimi was in during the event.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's what this drama CD is about. She just mentions 9/11.
Yeah, she just mentioned she was there when 9/11 happened.
Fucked up. This should have been the Mimi episode. I want to see a reaction.
9/11
was bad.
But yeah, jokes aside, the visuals for him destroying this tower is fucking sick as hell. It's like one of the coolest looking parts of this set.
The way that like everything turns white. Also, like Daisuke really the kind of motherfucker to stare directly into the sun. By the way,
looks right at the explosion.
Looks right at it. That shit should be blinding him right now.
He's built different. Don't worry.
We irradiated.
He is built incorrectly.
Yeah, we like the full screen whites out. My favorite one is is like the very last one where it's like Skullgreymon in the foreground with like the harsh lighting, like the shadows going past him because of the explosion of it. It's so fucking cool. It looks so cool. But yeah, after that, everyone's just like, oh no.
Oh, beans.
This is bad. So that, he proceeds to rinse everyone and then finally like manages to run out of energy and goes back to Agumon. And I guess they can
realizes, wait, that's our Agumon.
Yeah, I guess she can just tell.
I mean, the early on, like, because during the bit with Andromon, someone goes, "How do you know that's the Andromon we met before?" It's like, I just know.
Yeah, fair enough. There's probably something.
They hung around the dinosaur for a fucking while, so.
Have you seen any other Agumons?
No, actually, that's the thing.
Plenty of Koromons, but no Agumon.
I mean, that was like 3 years ago. One of them must have digivolved by now. Like,
yeah, hopefully.
I honestly thought that it was just some random Greymon that was walking around.
Yeah.
And not the Greymon.
We know there are other Greymons. There's one in season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
That was in the Skull
Greymon episode.
Not anymore.
Yeah. He also got Washo toned.
Yeah, he got Washo toned to the fucking stratosphere. He's gone. But yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the episode. Is Kaiser grabbing Agumon and being like, we're getting out of here. We need to go back to the drawing board on this one.
And they're like, wait, no, fuck, get it back.
Yeah, so not a great place for everyone to be in right now.
This is the first like proper cliffhanger the show's at so far, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first multi-episode arc, and technically it's even a 3-episode arc because we didn't see the next episode is like a proper like ending point, but this series of events technically continues into episode 11. Yeah. So moving into Shin Dub Zone episode 9, The Emperor's New Home.
It's like that movie.
Yeah. I almost typed The Emperor's New Groove when I was typing this episode title. During the interview segment at the beginning, Ken is making a bunch of jokes. They're like, I heard it's 99% effort and 1% talent in order to like become a genius. And he's like, it's actually 2%. It's like, yeah, all right. Uh-huh. Just like basically just cracking jokes the entire interview, which kind of, misses the entire point of him barely containing his contempt. The principal being really creepy has been replaced by him asking for advice on the game Donkey Madness. He asks Ken.
It'll stick eventually.
Yeah, he asks
Eventually.
Ken how to beat level 4, and Ken tells him to fuck off, basically. All right. At one point, Wormmon, in order to cheer up Ken, says, "We'll capture some Digimon, make their lives miserable, and then that'll make you happy, right?" It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, probably, but
he's trying.
And this is the point I realized that Poromon sounds like Elmo in English, doing like a Muppet voice. Yeah, yeah. Pretty much exactly that, actually. Miyako says, and I quote, "He could program my computer any day."
All right.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. She's 11.
She's 11. No. Bad.
When his dad is about to break into Ken's room, his mom says, "You can't break the door down." And his dad says, "Well, I've got to break something." And I'm just like, what the fuck is that line?
What do you mean by this?
Yeah, what the hell does that mean? What do you mean you have to break something?
What do you mean by that?
I don't like the implications of that, actually.
Grr, I'm angry.
God, fucking weird. Izzy says, "Fools rush in where angels fear to tread." I'm like, what?
What are you? What the fuck are you
talking about?
Izzy says that.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, that is a proper saying. I've heard it once ever in my life, I think.
No, I believe it's a real saying. I'm like, Busy, why the fuck are you quoting this?
Yeah.
If anyone's gonna say it, it'd be him.
Yes, it's fucking weird.
He's a weird little kid.
When they go to the digital world, Takaru says, "Look at this land of fire. It's like that movie, Land of Fire."
Yeah. Sure, dude.
Like,
fuck you.
Yeah, all right.
Just saying words.
Yeah, sucks. Just get ready. So when Ken is confronting Greymon, he says, "I would rather we play sphere throw," and then he chucks the dark ring at him.
Okay,
it's not a sphere.
I don't. What the fuck is A? What the fuck is sphere throw? B? That's a ring, dog.
That's
what are you talking about? I don't know. I literally don't know.
I'm the Gookie brothers.
At some point, Big Crack, which they were originally referring to as Gold Rush, in addition to the normal actual Gold Rush, they started referring to that as Rock Kraken. I don't. At some point, they started calling it that, so I guess it's called Rock Cracking now.
I think I said this in the first episode, but I am just very fond of the English voices for the 02 Digimon.
Yes, they're very good. I like them quite a bit. I feel like Vmon is like almost a direct, like kind of one-to-one, as close as you can get.
I think my only complaint with them is I do like Armadillomon's voice, but it takes away from the fact that he's clearly supposed to be a fucking baby.
Yes.
Yeah, whereas like fucking his voice in the Japanese version is so fucking cute because he's talking like a baby.
Unfortunately, you cannot translate dagyaa, so
dagyaa. The one thing that I know about the dub's voice cast specifically that I know people have on the truth is I know a lot of people really hate Davis's English voice.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that
people
bad at
find
all.
it like really, really grating and annoying.
Weird. I don't mind it at all, honestly.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't really mind any English cast. Yeah. Odd. I kind of like his English voice, honestly. I think his delivery is really funny. All right, but moving into the final episode for the set, episode 10, the enemy is Metal Greymon.
No!
Oh no! This is fucked up.
Way.
I can't believe it. we open up on Taichi failing a test because he's too worried about his boy.
I also failed test because I'm too busy thinking about Agumon.
Like, it's really funny. He's thinking about Agumon. He looks at his test. It's blank. He hasn't even written his fucking name yet.
He's got like 5 minutes left on it.
Like, fucking stupid test.
I ain't got time to worry about this. My boy. So there's actually there's a small moment I actually really like when they all get into the computer lab, because like Taichi is very clearly like in a rush and in a panic because his boy has been captured. So like when they get there, they're like slightly later than usual, and Taichi's like where were you guys? Like, why are you late? And like he's very clearly stressed out. And like Daisuke immediately steps up and is just like I think Hikari like says like, it's my fault, sorry, like I got hung up on like things. And Daisuke immediately is like, no, it was not her fault. Some other people were causing issues and it made all of us have to stay back. And I really like that interaction. I think it's nice.
And he's like, what? And he's like, okay, fine, whatever. Where's Miyako? Where the fuck is she?
Yeah. And so this is something I feel like there's like an episode missing. Because Miyako is like feeling kind of down.
But for what?
There no reason is ever given. She's just kind of sad today. It's bizarre. Like it really feels like something is missing. Like there was supposed to be an episode.
I think it's more just like oh, it's just hitting like, oh shit's getting fucking more serious now.
Yeah, it's like that's the only way I can interpret it.
I mean, she has like a scene later in the episode where she's like, oh damn, things are getting like real serious now.
I just feel like not enough time was really spent on that.
Yeah.
She just gets kind of over it by the end of the episode.
I think this little bit, I mean, I think it's alright, but I think it's more just for like having Yamato show up at the end of the episode.
I guess so. It's just because I remember she's like looking sad. I was like, oh, is something like actually wrong? And then they just like they don't really ever go into it like properly. So I was like, I guess she's just upset because shit sucks right now. But yeah, like everyone, like genuinely everyone is just like if you're not feeling up to it, like you should. Yeah,
it's like,
you should stay here.
Like a whole round table of everyone being like, here, look after your mental health.
Yeah. Like you're not up to it. Like you should stay. Like we're not gonna make you. Which is
even
nice.
Taichi is stressed out as he is. It's like
and then Taichi's just like, you'll hold us back. Get out of here. I was like,
yeah, very good. I genuinely like. Again, this set is like episodes is really good. Genuinely, just really good episodes all around. So they decide Hikari is the one that handles saying Digidestined roll out because Miyako is sad,
not feeling up to it.
Yeah.
They get back to the place where the tower was blown up last time, and Tentomon is there. Tentomon is here. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Iori's
I love that guy.
Iori's like swinging a stick around as if it's a kendo blade.
He's like he's so angry about the fucking evil ring shit that he starts taking swings.
Yeah, and Ken is like, Iori's like, I can't believe Ken would do something like this. Like, it's a disgrace. He should be ashamed.
Yeah.
Fucking start swinging around a stick.
Yeah.
With his cool stick. He got a cool stick.
He got a cool stick. It's not even one of the kendo swords he has. It's just a stick.
It's just a stick, and he almost hits fucking Amadi.
Yeah, because he doesn't come in, because he doesn't enter the digital world with it. He immediately looked for one to vent.
Yeah. I need a stick. I gotta hit something. And so, like, Tentomon is like, okay, I'm gonna, like, I'll go gather information to try to find out where Agumon is located. You guys just start heading in a direction, I guess. So, yeah, Tentomon, like, they just start, like, going off in a direction, and Tentomon's like, I'll figure something out. It's fine. Like, I'll try to gather information. And we cut to, Skull Raymon, like, in his dome that Ken has trapped him in, going fucking ballistic. Like, slamming walls, slamming his face against walls, blowing it up with Ground Zero, and then trying to jump into the Holy Maid and getting electrocuted. Just, you know, having a grand old time. Meanwhile, Ken is...
He's doing experiments. He's like, why can't I fucking control this stupid thing?
Yeah, like, what is it about perfect levels that is too much for the Dark Ring to handle? I just don't get it. And like right before he loses control again. Like it like warps in like a weird way, and Ken's like, "Oh, wait a goddamn second here." He also is forcibly evolving Greymon over and over again, and it's really fucked up. Because like he's clearly exhausted, but he keeps making him do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, Ken's being insane, completely and utterly insane.
Yeah.
So they're on their way, and they see another another dark spire on the way. So they opt to just like as they're approaching it, fucking Woodmon pops out of the ground.
Yeah, this bit was it's
This was,
funny.
He's like, oh, I'm Woodmon. I'm guarding this dark spire. You'll never get past me.
His ass is dead now.
Burning knuckle.
Yeah, and then Flamedramon just kills him.
Mm-hmm.
And like the tower falls over, and like he catches it, and it breaks the dark ring, and he's like, "Oh wait, guys,
where am I?
help!"
Where's the Digimon Emperor? Do you see where he went? That way. Wait,
Okay, thanks, bye.
Help!
No time for that
help.
one.
I think
It's fine, he's
like
kind of sunk into the sand, so he's probably okay.
like it's really funny because like Flamedramon's the last one to leave. He like goes back down to Vmon, and Woodmon's like, "Please," and Vmon just
And Vmon
ignores
just
him.
fucking cold ass ignores him.
It's so good. We ain't got time for that. Ain't no time for that, Woodmon. So Ken discovers the secret to making the Dark Ring able to handle the perfect. More ring. More of it.
And it has more computing power.
Yeah.
You reshaped the ring.
Yeah, just more ring. So yeah, he develops into the Dark Spiral, which is, a spiral.
Yeah.
It's a fancy bracelet.
Yeah. Wormmon decides to free Agumon. Just like
he sneaks, breaks the ring, opens the door, and Heiko's like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Yay!
I missed Agumon.
Yeah, he's great. So and like they find out that Agumon is being held in Locomo Town, I think is how it's said.
Yeah.
Locomo Town.
So they like get there in the steel train tracks and everything, and as they're approaching the actual town, a fucking train goes by and Agumon's driving it.
The Agumon on the train. Agumon on the train was so delightful.
Yay! Yay!
Yay!
Agumon.
It's like you wouldn't even know he was horribly experimented on. He's just
dude is whimsed up.
They put him on that Jack 2 shit.
Fuck, you're right. But yeah, so they stop the train, and he immediately like leaps into Taichi's arms.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really good. And Taichi's like we should like go home. Like he's clearly exhausted. We don't like we need to like take a break and like recuperate and regroup. And Hikari's like, yeah, I agree. And then Daisuke shoves her out of the way.
Yeah, that was really uncharacteristic. He shoves Hikari specifically. Like, hang on.
It was a very funny shot, though.
It really was.
I like Iori and Takeru in the background, just not reacting to that at all.
Yeah.
But we're already here. We gotta fucking go have a go at the Digimon Emperor now. And it's like, Daisuke, Agumon is hurt. We need to get him out of here. We are in no position to fight this guy right now.
Yeah. So they opt to just be like, all right, fine, we'll leave. We'll do it your way. Wormmon is when Ken notices that Agumon got out, Wormmon's like, well, you could just experiment on me. You could make me Digivolve.
I do actually like this a lot, that like Wormmon doesn't just like save Agumon for entirely altruistic reasons. He's like, no, I want you to like he was jealous because it's like, no, I want you to use me. You should be making me evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
Ken's
your
like,
partner.
yeah. And then Ken's like, what the fuck would you even evolve into, and kicks him.
Yeah, I was like, why? Like,
he doesn't know, Chad. He doesn't know how cool Digimon is yet.
And he's like, you're not my partner. How could the Digimon Emperor have such a stupid, useless partner?
You're wrong. Ken, you don't know. You don't understand. Stingmon's so fucking cool.
Stingmon is so cool.
So is Wormmon is cool.
That's true.
Wormmon is cool.
Wormmon's very cute. He's baby.
Wormmon is cool.
I think this is also the point where Mon like calls him Ken-chan, and
Yeah.
Ken's
He's
like,
that's
You
it.
just
You don't
broke
get
up
to
over
call
it.
me that anymore.
yeah, you will call me Digimon Kaiser and nothing else. Do you understand?
And then he raises up a stick to beat him.
Yep.
Yep.
Lifts up his whip.
Yep.
So Ken decides to confront all of them while they're there because they haven't managed to get out yet. And like Daisuke calls him Ken, and he goes, "It's the Digimon Kaiser." So Daisuke's like, "Oh, that's sorry. That makes you mad, Ken. Ichijouji Ken." Such a
God, I
bastard.
hate you.
Such a little
You
bastard.
are. Ken would call Daisuke an irksome motherfucker.
This vexes me.
It's such a good fucking interaction.
I do think it's pretty good that he is like so hung up on being called the Digimon Emperor
Yes.
not Ken.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be Ken Ichijouji is like probably
Yeah.
So he sicks a bunch of I think it's more Dark Tyrannomon, right? Yeah, it's like a bunch of Dark Tyrannomon on them. So they get into just like a general scuffle. This is a really cool fight because there's a point where Flamedramon just like swings a backhand and shatters a dark ring on one of them, and it looks sick as fuck. I was like,
Flamedramon is like always during these fights, they've like consistently made Flamedramon a real highlight during them.
He's so
He's
cool.
so cool.
He's
He's
really
so
well animated.
cool.
Yeah. Generally, he's the best animated, yeah.
Yeah.
What being a lanky design without too many extraneous details does to a motherfucker, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I think the egg hands are look kind of silly, but he's cool.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it helps because that's easier to animate. Simple shapes.
Yeah, it really is.
So Agumon like runs up to try and confront Ken, as does Taichi.
He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him."
And Ken's like, "Think fast, motherfucker!" and throws the dark spiral at him.
Mhm.
And it lands on his wrist. And at that point, it's like, whoa. This is bad. He immediately forces him to digivolve straight into Metal Greymon. And the infographic is like, he's blue due to the virus attribute. It's like, oh, thank you. This will cause problems for the rest of Digimon as a franchise.
Just forever, what do we call this fucking thing?
Digimon Greymon virus.
Parenthetical virus. Like, god damn it, you motherfuckers. You weren't thinking. You don't understand what you did. You couldn't have just called the blue Greymon. God damn it.
But that whatever blue Greymon.
God damn it. Whatever. Fuck it. So yeah, they immediately basically like Taichi keeps trying to like reason with Metal Greymon, and he's clearly like completely under the control of the Dark Spiral, like just actually attempting to kill him. He keeps telling everyone not to hurt him, so like everyone's like genuinely holding back, which is a problem because he proceeds to mop the floor with all of them.
Yeah.
And
which
then,
you would anyways, but
yeah,
you know.
true. But like, yeah, they're not even putting up a good fight. So eventually, Ken just opts to leave because he's like, I've got Metal Greymon now. You guys can't do fucking anything. I'm not even going to bother killing you. What can you do? And just like flies off. And for some reason, on his way out, Metal Greymon is just like busting rocks and shit for no reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know how mad he is.
I'm just so like, oh, it's so cool to see Virus Metal Greymon for the first time in action.
It is.
Yeah.
I like it's only like I know it's only like a color change, but I really like Virus Metal Greymon a lot. I think the color works on like the general aesthetic of Metal Greymon so well.
Mm-hmm. Like, I had genuinely forgotten how much, like, this show kicks into high gear. Like, it really, those first 5 episodes are, like, kind of meandering, and then it's, like, immediately just like, no, we're going. We are in.
Like, we're talking about fucking perfect levels in episode 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, like, this is just, this is just kind of a thing that happens when you are the sequel to a show that already reached the peak of its power scaling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It's definitely been, like, a bit awkward trying to work around like having to start back over, considering the power scaling was very much reached its peak end of Adventure Plus or War Game.
Yeah. Like, Omnimon sure does exist. Like, also for some reason, like even when Taichi and Yamato were with them, they never went past like champion level, which is really bizarre. It wasn't necessary because like they only needed to do champion in order to do what they were doing. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, why didn't they bother? Whatever. It doesn't
There
matter
is a-
now.
there
He's
is-
evil.
There is actually an explanation for that later on in the show.
Is there?
Yeah,
there?
it sucks and it's stupid, but there is an
Oh.
explanation.
Oh
Damn.
God, fuck. Yeah, right. Okay, never mind.
Anyway, sorry, I had to like move away for like a minute. Did we talk about the fact where they exclusively brought Yamato in to punch Taichi in the face? Or...
Yes.
Yeah.
So, well, we're not there yet.
Funny.
But yeah, like Metal Gear Mon just left. So
Mhm.
so yeah, they say like Taichi like comes to his senses and he's like, no, like we next time we fight, we need to fight him serious. Or no, actually, that's after. So Miyako
Mhm.
shows up with Yamato, and Yamato walks up and is like, "Hey, Taichi." Taichi looks over, fucking decks him in the face.
And Dice goes, what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah,
you?
like, what are you doing? And
But then Taichi
Hikari
gets up and he's like, we're cool.
Yeah, Hikari and Takeru are like, no, it's fine, don't worry about it.
This is just how they do things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is just
And
how
then
they
they're
are.
fucking sitting next to each other at the top in front of the what did they write back on?
And Daisuke is
The
like,
train,
what's
yeah.
up with what's up
Yeah.
with those two?
Yeah,
And
I have a
Daisuke
note.
is like, huh?
I have a note.
Rainbow
That
flag?
says,
Question mark.
What's up with those two? Well, you see, Daisuke, there's this thing called yaoi.
Post a picture of Mugman again.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. I have it in my fucking reactions folder. Give me
Yeah?
a second.
Mhm.
I think it's under miscellaneous. There it is. Let me make it bigger. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Daisuke seeing Taichi and Yamato at the front of the train.
Yeah.
I'm not editing Daisuke hair over that.
No, it's fine.
Fair.
So yeah, and basically after getting punched, Taichi's like, "No, you're right. He wouldn't want to be a slave to the Emperor. Next time you see
Right.
him, kill him."
Mhm.
Do whatever
You
you
gotta
can
put
to stop
Agumon
him.
down.
Yeah, we gotta put my dog down.
It's fine. I don't think we've established with the Village of Beginnings fucked up this time around, so he
Yeah.
should just come
Nah,
back.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's
I mean, yeah, but it wouldn't be the same Agumon.
That's the
It
same
would-
Patamon.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, you know what I mean? It's not literal. You know what I
Well,
mean? It's
yeah.
like his memory's gone and everything.
Is
So
it?
it's
No,
though?
I
sort
don't
of
think
like
that's-
so it's sort
No,
of
it
a
does
different
not.
one.
It's not how
Yeah.
that works.
Patamon
not?
had his Patamon had his memories.
Yeah. Yeah, Patamon was just Patamon when he came back. Like that was just the same guy with the same memories.
I swear he had to remember.
No.
Yeah, he just immediately like starts recalling about being the whole Devimon thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the end of episode 10. It ends on Daisuke discovering what gay people are.
Good for you, Daisuke. I'm sure you. I'm sure this will be important for you in like 20 episodes or so.
Lots of gay discoveries this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just gonna keep happening throughout O2. All right, Shin Dub Zone episode 10, The Captive Digimon. Only name change was Locomo Town was changed to Rail Town.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
So remember that scene I really liked where like Daisuke was genuinely covering for Hikari and they had that conversation?
Uh-huh.
Instead, he's late because Davis was looking at his hair for an hour.
Because his hair's
Does it-
spiky. That's funny.
It doesn't even seem that kind of vain. That doesn't even really make sense.
Yeah, but his hair is spiky, so he could. So it's like when you it's like the mid-2000s with cloud jokes. You have to make up a million fucking hair gel jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think he uses hair gel for that. I think he just wakes up like,
Yeah, have you seen his
Yeah.
sister? It's genetic.
yeah.
Again, his sister's got the Sora KH1 hair.
Yeah. Yoli is late because she was cleaning her glasses, and they're so big. Who knows how long that could take?
I mean, true.
True. So when Yoli comes in and she's sad, for whatever reason, Taichi is like a dick right away, and then everyone chastises him, and he's like, "Okay, no, it's okay if you hang back," which feels fine. Like I don't mind them doing that because it does feel like he would have that knee-jerk reaction
Yeah.
of "Where the fuck were you?" because of
Yeah,
how he is.
He,
But
he is. I mean, he's. It's less harsh, but he's clearly annoyed that she's late in
Yeah.
the sub.
Mhm.
Also, real quick, I just realized Iori and Miyako is that if anyone see that tweet, yeah, the girl with the swirly glasses is fixing my machine. Sorry.
That's fine. when they're rather than everyone saying, yeah, no, if you're not feeling well, it's okay, you can stay home. Everyone instead dumps a bunch of chores on her to do while they're in the digital world. That's cool.
How dare these people care for each other?
Yeah, I think at one point they're just like, you could do the math homework or laundry. You like doing those kinds of things, right? And I was like, that's cool. What a cool thing to say.
Ha, nerd. Ha, girl.
Yep. So when Yoli's like looking in the mirror, she like holds up the D3 like to contemplate, but in the dub she talks into it like it's a walkie-talkie. And I was like, that's not how those work. You can't do that. They're in another dimension right now.
Worth a shot.
Tentamon has this really annoying bit where he's defensive about that tree he was sitting in. He constantly brings up that he doesn't like throughout the entire episode. He's like, "Don't you dare touch my tree. I know where every piece of bark is." I was like, "Shut up!" Oh my god. When they find Railtown, Davis says it looks more like Grass and Hilltown to me.
It looks more like Green Hill Zone.
Wormon says he's gonna make Ken brownies to make up for freeing Agumon.
Aww.
Yeah,
That's pretty cute.
When Ken is like, "What the hell are you gonna digivolve into?" He says some kind of giant butterfly, and my note was, "Yo, Hootymon, let's go!"
Yeah.
You won't exist for 20 years. At some point, Pegasusmon's triangle beam attack that I forget the name of was changed to Equus beam in the dub because he's a horse.
Okay.
Horse Ray.
How hungry.
When Ty is screaming, "Don't hurt him" about Metal Greymon, for this read struck me as really funny because Flame Dramon says it, and it feels like it's just Steve Bloom talking normally. He just goes, "He's metal, he'll be fine." Like, it's like he's not putting on a voice. It sounds like he's just casually saying this.
It's like it was like Steve Bloom was reading the script, gave that reaction during the recording, and they were like, "Now let's keep this funny."
Yeah, let's keep this one. He's metal, he'll be fine. They didn't cut the punch. They actually left the entire punch in, which I was surprised about. Because they usually cut those, at least the impact of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Ty is like, "Thanks, buddy," Matt just goes, "Sure, anytime. I'll do it again." It's like offering to hit him a second time immediately. And that's that. We're done. However, we kind of forgot something. So we're going to do Momo's Digimon of the Week right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, very simple.
I forgot to change the image.
Yeah. Anyway, our Digimon this week is a funny little guy. We all know him. We all love him. Woodmon.
I don't.
He's
Love
dead.
is a strong word.
He has died.
Is that why he's grayscale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a variant or something.
No, he's dead.
Well, we're all just taking a moment to remember Woodmon.
Yeah.
I don't even think he died. I think he just sunk into the sand or something.
No, he's fucking dead.
He's
He's
dead.
fucking dead. He's suffocated, bro.
Yeah. A moment of silence for Woodmon.
Does Wood have lungs?
I said
mean,
a moment of
silence.
A moment of fucking silence. Can you be respectful?
I just don't think.
Thank you.
I would like to point out, however, that even on the fucking wiki page, the only anime screenshot of Woodmon is him about to be crushed by the Dark Tower.
That's really good.
That rules. Oh my god.
This is the only image of him on the wiki. Anime image.
That is fantastic.
That's awesome.
This is also called poorwoodmon.jpg.
Incredible. Fantastic. Thank you for your service, Woodmon.
It's also just like, yeah, he sure is Woodmon.
Woodmon is one of the funniest champion levels, like, ever, because, like, fucking, man, it's a fucking piece of wood.
It's like, Juremon is like, he's like an old man in a tree,
Yeah.
It's like there's something going on there, but this is literally just
It's wood.
It's a stump. It's a broken stump. It's just a fucking piece of wood.
It's a fucking piece of wood.
Which
He
sucks.
ain't
Is
even a
like,
tree or anything.
Yeah, technically it's one of the canonical lines for Floramon, which I actually really like Floramon as a rookie. So it's two options being this and Vegemon are like, man,
Damn.
this sucks. Give me a better plant champion, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that'll wrap up this session. So since we have Angel here and everything, Angel, how excited are you to continue O2?
Pretty excited. It's been good.
Yeah.
Well, the first episodes weren't, but this has been real good.
Yeah, there was a rather drastic step up in quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought, like episode like I think 5 of the last session was pretty good, but this one has like kind of kept being consistently solid. There's still a couple of issues. I feel like Daisuke still hasn't quite properly settled into a protagonist role yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, I'm like, I don't mind that because I like his because it's less that he's a strong character on his own, and more that he works really well with Ken.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
their dynamic, even if he is just kind of Taichi light at the moment.
Yeah, I think you really need Ken to like draw the best out of
Yes.
Yeah.
Daisuke.
And at the very least, I feel like that's very much like partly like at least some on purpose at the moment
Yeah.
of like the whole thing of like, you know, he's the like the leader of the new gen, but like he's
Yeah.
clearly not that good at it yet, and he's kind of like he clearly needs Taichi as like a guide still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like, which again, that kind of goes into they go into that with the soccer episode,
Yep.
Yeah.
and like, it helps show off that he's a lot more inexperienced. He doesn't have his shit together nearly as much as Taichi does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And anyways, only character I'm not really fucking with is Iori.
No.
Yeah, he already didn't really do anything.
He
these, like
doesn't-
5 episodes.
he doesn't-
He's
yeah.
the Sora of the cast, I think.
That doesn't remain true in my opinion.
That
okay.
that role shifts later on in the show.
It sure fucking
pretty
does.
drastically.
It sure fucking
But
does.
yeah, no, he definitely just kind of was around a little bit during these episodes. He had that
gets
one
much more later.
Yeah, he gets a way more later, but
All right.
yeah, he's here. He's a guy.
He's
chilling.
around, sure.
He's got Upamon though, so like
Yeah.
it's all okay.
We got Dagyaa.
Yeah.
All right. Say goodbye, everybody.
So,
Bye
yeah.
bye.
I'm gonna go take a shower.
Bye, Dagyaa.
Thank you for watching the DigiVerse DiveCast. Bit of a shorter episode this week, but that's because we were like on the ball and actually talking about what we wanted to talk about consistently and concisely, which is unusual for us. But hopefully that will be the energy moving forward. So expect episodes to be closer to 2 hours from now on. Hopefully, it works better for us because Angel constantly has to like go to work right after we finish recording and all that kind of stuff. So nothing else to say really. As always, like, comment, and subscribe because again, it helps, etc., etc. You know the spiel. Share with your friends, all that good stuff. We're desperate. We're so very desperate. Bye.